A local reality telestar is behind bars.
Forgetting to put that mic on. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. I see my girl misbehaving. Yes, I went ahead and spent time with her. I was coming on around about 2 o'clock Central, but I had a terrible headache. And when I saw my girl misbehaving on, I say, look, I am going to misbehaving and I'm gonna watch her channel and just push back this live, guys. But this right here, this is a lot, man. Anybody will have a headache over this right here. Misbehaving, guys. Make sure you go and check her out. She says, hello, Lady D, Country Girl, Queenie, and Chat. And Rebecca Belton, that's new. She said, hey, is Country Girl. Oh, that's Country Girl. Okay. So I guess she say, "Hey, it's Country Girl Queen." So I wonder if that's Country Girl because I see Country Girl in here as well. So, hey, Country Girl, how are you doing? Yes, indeed, my mod. Yes, indeed, and I see Black, B- Black and Lovely. Oh, I mean, she is gorgeous and beautiful. When she came on, and I said, "Oh my God, she is so beautiful." Black and Lovely, you are a beautiful melanated queen. I mean, beautiful. Yes, guys, who else is in the house? I see Miss Sparkle. Yes, Miss Sparkle said, just break free. He's not going to win or have a chance unless he showed those videos of his attack of her attacking him. Melody will be exposed sooner than later. Absolutely. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about that, guys, because, this is right here. This is a lot. This right here is a lot, man. And I want to go ahead and talk about this right here, especially, when it comes to all this stuff that is going on. What do you think that Martell should do? Should Martell go ahead and pursue it, appeal it, or just walk away and just let it go? Because we already know that, how Melody is. Melody, she thinks she's smarter than him. And what she's going to do is she's going to take anything that he say and she's going to go ahead and she's going to twist it. And that's why, I say that when it comes to Martell Holt, that's Melody's cash cow. And not just Melody, every last one of them, Call Us King, because Call Us King, he could have stopped that in a minute. But we're going to talk about all that. Misbehaving says that appeal it. So she thinks that Martell should go ahead and appeal it. Well, that I was saying the same thing at first too, but it's just that it's like, what do they want out this man? I mean, it's like they wants to see this man suffer. They wants to see this man unalive. And I just don't understand because, like I said, when it comes to infidelity, Martell is not the first and he's not the last. And I also had wanted to talk about Portia. Look how they giving Portia rolling out the red carpet for Portia. And everybody was saying, well, Fallon, she went ahead and she cheated over Simon and they was divorcing. Well, quite obvious, soon in a minute when Portia heard that Fallon and Simon was, separating, she went and slid in his DA. So quite obvious, she been knowing the man. But the thing about it is like we have our pickers and choosers. I see Ken's big sister in the house. Yes, indeed. She said, hello again, misbehaving. Great live earlier. Yes, it was a very, very great live. Yes, always. I mean, she's not going to disappoint you at all. And Be Nice. Yes, Be Nice is in the house. She says, hey, Lady D and chat. Guys, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. Yes, indeed. So, guys, before I get into my commentary, I'm just going to stay on just 1 hour because I have a freaking headache, okay? Especially when it comes to love and marriage in Huntsville. And this morning, I had to sit on my therapist. I had to sit on her chair. Which she watched the show as well. And this right here, this is a trauma binding reality show. Well, reality shows, period. It really does not do anything when it comes to black families, stereo black families. And like I said, any chance that I can get to go ahead and tear this down, I'm going to go ahead and tear it down because, it's sad, especially how we will sell our soul for almighty dollars. Yes, Miss Barker said, hello, Lady D and everyone. Guys, again, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So before I get into my commentary, guys, I want to go ahead and I saw an article that had came on CNN, but this is not on CNN. This is I think the article is by the Guardians. I want to go ahead and share this with you guys because it just show you, how the power that be, and I'm just like at a point, just like what Miss Behaven said, how we want to dummy down our words, how it's certain things that we don't want to say when it comes to social media, being that, we might not be monetized or we might offend people, and it's sad, it's sad when we have to sit there and choose certain words in order to not offend anyone. Make it make sense, guys. So I hope you guys can see this right here. I saw this on CNN today where this article is by the Guardians where it says that the Texas governor pardoned a man who killed a Black Lives Matter protest in 2020. Now that's just to show you, that when it comes to our lives, it doesn't matter because we saw on news how this man sat there and unalive a protester, and now the governor of Texas went ahead and pardoned him. But yet we wants to sit there and go around and hand our own people to these people that don't even mean us no good on a silver platter. That's why I tell you guys, I say we love to bug dance and we love to entertain, and they know that. They know how to keep us distracted while they work overtime on us, plotting. Now, this is what we should be involved in. Like I said, where's the outcry when it comes to stuff like this? Now, right here, a Texas governor went ahead and pardoned a man who unalived a Black Lives Matter protest in 2020. It says Greg Abbott on Thursdays. Let me read again. Greg Abbott on Thursday pardoned Daniel Perry, who has been held in prison on a 25-year sentence since 2023. He had murdered a conviction. He had a murder conviction, and he is supposed to spend 25 years. And this man only spent not even a good 4 years. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I mean, when I saw this, it's just like someone just took something and just punched me in the gut with this, because it shows us, especially when it comes to our people, we wants to go around and be the judge, the jury, and the executor when it's our own people, but yet when it's them, they gonna protect their people. You're not gonna see them sitting there tearing down and emasculating and trying to sit there and keep people from opportunities. They're not going to do that. They're going to protect their own. So let me go ahead and continue reading some more of this. It says that the governor, Greg Abbott of Texas, issued a full pardon on Thursday to a former U.S. Army soldier, sergeant convicted of murder for fatally shooting an Army demonstrator in 2020 during a nationwide protest against police violence and racial injustice. Wow. And he was in the U.S. Army. He was a sergeant. Abbott announced the pardon just minutes after the Texas Board of Pardon and Parole disclosed it had made a unanimous recommendation that Daniel Perry be pardoned and have his firearm right restored. So they even going to give him his firearm. So that means that when we have the right to protest and we got some joker that does not like what we protesting about can sit there and unalive us, make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's why I say, we put our energy where it shouldn't be and where we should put our energy. We sit there and we take our head and we stick it in the sand. Make it make sense. Perry has been held in a state prison on a 25-year sentence since his conviction in 2023. So he didn't even spend 4 years. He didn't even spend quite a year. The Republican government had previously ordered the board to review Perry's case and said earlier that he would sign a pardon if it's recommended. So I don't know if he's out or not, but I hope they just go ahead and stop this because it shows you that Black lives does not matter. Our lives does not matter. But yet we want to help these people do their job. Let these people do their own job. These people don't care about us. Let these people do their own job. The board, which is appointed by the governor, announced its unanimous recommendation in a message post on the agent website, and Abbott pardon swiftly followed. Abbott demand for a review of Perry case following pressure from the former Fox News star Tucker Carlson, who on national television had argued that the Republican government to intervene after the sergeant was convicted at trial in April 2022. Perry was sentenced to 25 years in prison after prosecutor used his social media history and text message to portray him as a racist who might commit violence again. Wow. So what was his purpose? What was his motive? To unalive someone. I just feel so bad for the family whose child was taken out because this man felt that he wanted to go out there and unalive someone. A jury in Austin had convicted Perry of murder in the death of 28-year-old Gary Foster, an Air Force veteran who has been legally carrying an AK-47 while marching in a Black Lives Matter protest. Perry was working as a ride-share driver in July 2020 when he turned his car on to a street crowd with a demonstrator and shot Foster before driving off. Now, he went ahead and he pulled the trigger. So why is he getting a pardon? He intentionally wanted to unalive this person. Make it make sense, guys. Oh, my God. Prosecutors argued at trial that Perry could have driven away without open fire, and witnesses testifying that they never saw Foster raise his gun. The sergeant defense attorney argued Foster, who was white, did raise the rifle and that Perry had no choice but to shoot. Perry, who also white, did not take the witness stand and jury deliberately for 2 days before finding him guilty. I hope you appreciate this article before you move on. I wanted to ask if you would consider, this right here, guys, this is horrible. This is horrible. And that's just to show you, where, like I said, let these people do their job because These people does not have our best interest. They don't have our best interest at all. But yet we want to sit there and we want to destroy and we want to tear down each other. Make it make sense, guys. So before I continue, let me go ahead and read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer is under section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 six allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, guys, I wanted you guys to see this article, and the reason why is because I wanted you all to see how we go around trying to set a trap and a snare when it comes to our own people. But when it's stuff like this, you're not going to see 101 videos, being mad talking about this right here. Anything that has to do with other people, we don't want to have nothing to do with this. But yet, I be telling you guys, I tell you all the time that these people are working overtime on us. Working overtime on us. And where are we? We don't even know the people that we trying to set traps for. We out there putting all our energy on people we don't even know. These people most likely would see you on the street on fire, wouldn't even pee on your tail to put it out. But yet we going all out to sit there and help people we don't even know. And this is sad. This is sad. This is really sad. That's why, I said, I don't even think I want to even do this some more, because this right here to me, it's what you call low vibrational. This right here it'll suck the energy out of you. These reality shows is like vampires. It will suck you up and spit you out. And as you can see right here, when it comes to the families, and we're going to talk about this right here, because enough is enough. Enough is enough. And nobody hate, nobody is jealous. Jealous of what? These people is faking it till they making it just like everybody else. Because if these people was about that life, do you actually think that these people would put their personal life on a reality show on TV for a bunch of strangers to pick it apart? Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. And then you guys are sitting there trying to uplift someone while tearing down another person. So let me go ahead and read this right here, because I want you guys to see this part right here. Let me see if I can make it I don't know how to take this off right here. So this right here says a woman who has a loose tongue will always divide her family. A wise woman control her tongue and invest her words in prayer. Now I want you to meditate on this right here. Don't you know, when it comes to words, words are seeds. Words are sharper than any two-edged sword. And when you sat there and you put all these wicked seeds out there, those words gonna harvest. It's going to harvest. And I saw right here, and nobody is jealous. They talking about another trauma binding song that Melody went ahead and she made and she put out regarding to her ex-husband. If she say God say go, why is she still making videos? Why is she still banking off of her pain, banking off of this man? Why don't she move on? Why don't she make a song that's going to sit there and give her life, something that's, going to make her feel better? And then the thing about it, she came on and saying, I'm number one. I never saw number one. Never saw number one. Now I checked it before I came on. It's 46 on iTunes. I didn't see nothing that says no number one. These people need to stop gaslighting. And nobody is hating, because I know I'm not hating at all. But I just wanted to go ahead and share this with you, because who in the right mind wants to sit there and use God's name, but making a song talking about she wish that her children had another father that was smarter? and even cursing and saying all other type of words. I don't even want to get into it. But what person that you know would do something like this? And the thing about it is that we glorify stuff like this. We glorify stuff like this, make it make sense. Now, this woman is making songs after songs about this man. So, quite obvious what's going on. Because everybody's saying, "Oh, she still got feelings. She still want this man back." No, she want this man. Long as this man going to continue putting money in her pockets, she's going to beat it till she can't beat it no more. She's going to squeeze it just like she's trying to squeeze an old dirty dish rag. Like they say, squeezing blood out of a turner. That's exactly what she's doing. That's exactly what she's doing. But when somebody going to draw the line and say enough is enough, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see? Tell me, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see Martell lose it? Do you want to see Martell unalive? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why. How can you guys sleep at night like this? I don't know how you guys could sleep at night like this. I couldn't sleep at night. You're right, Miss Spark, a true Jezebel spirit. And the thing about it, the only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's the children. That's the children. And if Martell do appeal it, I wouldn't sit there and I wouldn't hold nothing back. Because as you can see right here, Melody, she didn't spare him. So in a minute the cameras are on, or she wants to sit there and push her products, what she's going to do? She's going to throw this man under the bus to go ahead and push it. But I also blame Callers King. I blame Callers King because it's like I see no evil, I hear no evil, and I speak no evil. But you are just as guilty, Callers King. You are just as guilty because you are allowing this woman to sit there and put her foot on this man, and knowing that this man got to make a living just like anybody else. But you guys not worrying about nobody but yourself. I believe that Callers King is just as fault as it. So if something happened to Martell, which I pray to God that nothing happened to him, because God got this. God got this. But you will be accountable for it as well. And you guys push this narrative that this man went ahead and put out RP. This man did not put out RP. This man was not arrested for that. This man was arrested because he went ahead and he texted his ex-wife and told her to leave me the F alone, because he is tired of this woman assassinating his character, using him for her financial gain. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work, because what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul? I talk about it all the time. You can never build a solid foundation off of material possession. That's like building a house on sinking sand. And as I was talking to my therapist this morning, because she watches this too, make sure you ain't nothing wrong with getting a therapist. Get a therapist, guys. We think, is a taboo, especially when it comes to blacks, our people, that, oh, if you get a therapist, you crazy. No. Especially when you're dealing with your people. If you got small businesses and you see people, acting like crabs in a barrel, don't know when you bless, they bless, you're going to need somebody to talk to. And I pray that Martell, he surround himself with some strong black men, people that got his back, people that's after his heart, and talk to him. Because what you are going through right now, this is not fair. I would not wish this on my worst enemy. But what Martell should have done, because like I say, I'm not going to give Martell an excuse. What Martell should have done, he should have followed his first mind. Just like he told Tasha K. He told Tasha K, he started not, have his family to come on the reality show. I wish he would have followed his first mind, because reality shows does not do nothing good when it comes to a black family, because everybody is in your business. But enough is enough, because we already know when Carlos King went down there to Huntsville, he went and he crowned Melody, knowing that Melody was a part of an ensemble cast. No way in the world that he should have went ahead and put a crown on somebody's head that is already big. Then he said that she is the executive producer. So that means that she can steer this narrative any way that she wants. Any way that she wants. And if she does not have that much pull, she does have some type of say. So no way in the world Martell will get a fair deal, or anybody else, long as Melody is the executive producer. I wouldn't even film with her, because if the judge have given you a 12-month probation, you don't know what Melody can do to trigger Martell, because she knows exactly what buttons to push. I couldn't even film with her. I wouldn't even be nowhere around her, because if she did all this, imagine what else she could do. I wouldn't even go near her, because like I said, these people have sold their soul. It's sad. Sold their soul. But like I say, you never win when you play dirty. Because what they were trying to do, they were trying to elevate Melody. They was trying to sit there and make her some superstar. But she needed to have a sacrificial lamb. Somebody I was watching on Dark Misbehaving's channel, where they said that they trying to make Melody a part of the Illuminati. No, Melody trying to make herself, but she needed a sacrificial lamb. And I'm gonna tell you the way that the Spirit had given it to me. And like I say, my channel is not for everybody, because in here is real talk. Grown folks, unapologetic and non-biased. In order to be a part of the Illuminati, you need a sacrificial lamb. But they do not want Martell. They need a lamb. They need something that's pure. And like I say, you cannot tell me how to sit there and tell my story. Everybody else have a story. All this right here to me is for entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you free game. But look, a few years ago, how she sat there and she had her children to take the credit card and order anything that they want, and said that her son wanted a gold chain and looking like a rapper, and how they was glorifying that. Look how when Martell said that he does not want his children around certain people, he said, they can go, but he don't want his children to sleep over, even if that's their uncle, cousin, mother, or whoever. And look how they got mad, because they wanted to twist it as if Martell was homophobia. No, he was not homophobia. I don't care who it is. It can be my sister, it could be my brother. If I sit there and say my children is not going to their home, they're not going to the home. But they made it a big deal. And every time when the camera was rolling, what they was doing, they was making sure that their son make sure that the cameras is on them. Because like I said, in order to be a part of the Illuminati, they want fresh blood, young blood. Okay? Okay, he that have an ear, let him hear. Some of you guys might catch this by tomorrow, not Martell. So you got to be careful how you sit there and you thinking that, oh, this person, I want to see my foot on that person. You got to be careful because it might not be the one that you think. Just because you pick that person, that does not mean that they want that person. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful because what goes around come around. And it might not touch you, but it could touch the ones next in line. That's why you got to be careful. There's life and death that's in the power of the tongue. Keep messing with the devil. Keep playing on the devil's playground. Because one thing that I do know, the devil does not play fair, honey. You say when they go low, you take it to hair. But you don't know who the devil might sit there and pick. Because much is given, much is required. And the cost is severe. So you better know exactly what you are doing, who you are messing with. Like I said, the love of money is the root of all evil. But the wages of sin is, you know what it is. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful. Because like I said, the world love its own, and that's real talk. Because the minute that you sat there, you thinking that, oh, I want to put Martell head on a silver platter and hand it over. No, they don't want his head. So y'all might as well give it up. Y'all might as well give it up. It's going to be somebody you least expect. Just like my sister was talking on her channel today. You was sitting there laughing and talking about her child. And look what happened to your child. Like I said, you got to be careful how you sit there and put your mouth on God's anointing. You have to be careful how you put your mouth on God's chosen people. Because what goes around come around, and when it come around your way, you might not be able to handle it. And that's real talk. That child didn't bother you guys. That child is innocent. But you guys wanted to make a video laughing and talking about misbehaving's child. Like I said, words are powerful. And one thing that I do know, karma never forgets an address. It may not come to you, but it's going to come to somebody close to you. So you got to be careful. You fighting hard for people that you don't even know. Why would you sit there, people that you don't know, you want to make yourself an enemy to somebody that you don't know? Wants to see this man unalive, putting this man in a straitjacket, following this man and his family, stalking him. But like I said, guys, I know how it worked. I know how it worked. So it doesn't pay for you to sit there and try to set snares and traps for people, because the same ditch that you're trying to dig, you're going to end up falling in it as well. And that's real talk. That's real talk. But like I said, it's time for someone to say enough is enough. Because the more that you sat there trying to set snares and traps for this man, the more that these children is going to hate you. Those children is going to hate you, because the children going to see the same things that we see. Carlos King don't care. Carlos King, all he's worrying about is the ratings. That's all he's worrying about. And then the thing about it is that these people are school teachers. These people are school teachers. My God. And you wondering why the children is dropping out of school and going straight to prison. From school to the prison pipeline. Look who we got teaching our kids. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. And like I said, in here, I can't sugarcoat. I can't tell you guys what you want to hear. I got to tell you what thus says the Lord. And if it's wrong, I'm gonna tell you it's wrong. Nobody giving Martell an excuse, but it's over with. These people have been divorced for almost 4 years, been separated for 6 or 7 years. It's time for people to move on. It's time for people to sit there and come with something new. Come with your own storyline. You guys sitting there saying, Melody, she's winning. If Melody is winning, why don't Melody show us what she can do? Why everything that she do, it got to involve Martell, tearing down Martell. This was petty, guys. You're going to give this man a record, have this man in jail for something that was so petty, something that you guys could have talked about and say, look, you need to stop. But you wanted to go to these power that be and put these people in your business just for a storyline. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. This is what I call it a sad day, because we got so much stuff that is going on the outside. But yet we worrying about these reality shows. We worrying about being entertained. We worrying about sitting there trying to put our foot on a black man when a black person was unalive on television. I just read it to you. And now the Texas governor is giving this man a pardon. Pardon this man. He had 25 years. And they pardoned this man. But yet you guys wants to see Martell in prison or unalive. Why? Because you guys are demonic. You guys are witches and warlocks. And I promise you, if you guys doing it for clicks and likes or doing it for money, it's not going to last. All the stuff that Melody doing, it's not going to last. Until she sat there and she walk away from all this right here as well. She can stop it right now. She can denounce herself from these people. And they say, oh, she needs security. Security for what? The only reason why, and like I said, all this to me, let me say allege. I don't know these people from a can of paint. But need security for what? Not for Martell. How can you sit there and say, I'm going to need security for Martell and my children every week? It's with Martell. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Most likely, and I can only go by off of a reality show, she needs security because now she's scared of these monsters that she helped create it. She's scared of these people. If these people boldly went and knocked on Tisha's door, just imagine if they sat in there, they are mesmerized when it comes to Melody, they'll be at her door as well. So stop saying that Melody is getting security because of Martell. No, most likely, and I'm gonna say allegedly, is because of the Melanuts. That's why. She don't know how to walk away from it. Because like I said, these people have sold their soul for almighty dollars. They have sold their soul for almighty dollars, and that's real talk. But when somebody is going to say enough is enough, what do you guys want to see from Martell? Do you guys want to see blood? What you want to see from Martell? Do you want to see this man taken away from his children? We got so many black men. They have stereotype, don't wants to be in their children's life. Now you see, like I said, I can take these reality shows, I could take the foolish things of this world to conform the wise. God is showing us right now, it's not all the men's fault, it's some of these silly women. The cause of these men is not in their children's life. Just because he was not a good husband to you, that does not mean that he's a bad father to his children. Make it make sense, guys. And we wondering why black men is not in their children's life. God is allowing it to play out right now. Can't you see it? Because we got these silly, bitter, scorned women just because the men does not want them. You can't make a man want you, okay? And if you're not doing your part, what do you expect? Do you think that this man is going to come from a hard day's work and come home, got to cook, got to clean, bathe the kids, comb their hair, and then take care of you and your mom? Make it make sense. But yet he's a deadbeat. This woman made a song mocking how she sat there and she emasculate this black man. Had a song with a bat in her hands, lighter fluid. She reacted entire video, and you guys glorified that. You guys glorified that. Make it make sense. That's just to show you what a narcissist is, because a narcissist would do some crazy things like that. Make a video. And when she sat there and poured lighter fluid on this man's couch, on this floor, and then she make a reaction video about it, boasting of a crime that she committed, right there, he got enough evidence to show you this woman is unhinged. Because if I sat there and committed a crime, I'm not going to react on it and as if it's a joke. It's not a joke. But when she had the lighter fluid and she had the torch and she showed herself with a bat, why you didn't show where your kids was? Where your kids was? Why you didn't show that you left your kids allegedly, as they say, in the car, while you go in the man's house and threaten this man that you was going to set his house on fire? Why you didn't show the kids in your videos? Where was the children? Because it was said that the children was in the car. What if she would have taken that torch while she had all that lighter fluid all in this man's house, and one little click would have exploded that whole entire house? And what if the children was in the car under the garage and the whole house would have exploded? What then? What then? All I'm just saying, guys, just be critical thinkers. And this is the stuff that you sitting there trying to gloat. Oh, Martell did this to Melody. Martell did that to Melody. Martell sat there wanting to release a RP. We all gonna talk about what Martell did. That's why I was surprised when it came to Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly, the same clips that we saw Dr. Heavenly, Carlos King, and everybody else saw. But why they keep focusing on what Martell did? Yes, it was wrong for what Martell did. Martell admitted what he did because Martell was tired. He didn't know how to handle it. That's why I say Martell need to get a good PR team, get some good brothers around him, a support team, so he can talk it out. Stop hiding it in. Stop keeping it closed. Because these people, they ain't not worrying about your feelings. That does not make you less of a man to tell you what's going on, that you was being abused in your own home. This is not a latch. This woman was on a reality show at a reunion, and she came out and said, "That's why I beat your blank." And she didn't say blank. She didn't say but. This Christian, the one that calls on God's name every chance that she get, said, "That's why I beat your you know what." Had Maurice, had Tiffany, had Tisha's mouth on the floor. And I'm thinking that Carlos King was going to talk about it. They went to a commercial. I said, okay, Carlos King going to talk about it. Before you know it, the show was off. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to tune in next week because they did 3 reunions. They're going to address this. No, they didn't address this. They never once addressed that this woman said, "That's why I beat your blank." And you know good and well, big is Martell is. Just his pinky finger, if he would have touched her, would have knocked her out. But he was a man. He was a man. What about during the first season when she went to the Fletcher's home? And she threw a wine glass at this man's head. You saw these people patio was just upside down, and they said that it was worse than that. They just didn't show it. Why are they covering up everything that Melody do? Why? Why? Why are they covering up everything that Melody do? Like I said, you cannot sit there and call evil good and good evil. You cannot do that. That's not the way God work. That's not the way God work, guys. Why are they elevating one person and tearing down everybody else? If Melody was what you guys say she is, why don't you give Melody a show all by herself? Because what's the purpose of having an ensemble cast and you guys is only sitting there shining light on one person? Everybody messing with Melody. Everybody bothering Melody. Why is Melody in everybody's business? Why every time you look, the cameras are just on Melody, all during a confession stand? She got to talk for everybody. Letitia got not 2, but 3 degrees. Tisha got a bachelor's and 2 master's degree. Tisha can talk. Martell can talk. Maurice is an attorney. He can talk. Kimmy can talk. Why every time the camera's rolling, Melody got to sit there and she got to talk about every cast? Why? Make it make sense, guys. And I understand that this is a reality show. But when you start getting the law involved, then this is not a show. This is what I call a minstrel show. This is a circus. This is a clown. And the thing about it, we got real live people that's participating in this show, not knowing at the end the only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's the kids. And you wondering why Melody cannot film with her children, it's not because of Martell. It's because of the slick stuff that she have done. And now, if Martell leave off that show, what else she's going to talk about? So, like I said, all it's going to do is hurt herself. All it's going to do is hurt herself. That's all it's going to do. Like I said, you never win playing dirty. And what goes around come around. And that's real talk, guys. It can't get no real than this. It can't get no real than this. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the mic. Why I say drop the mic, drop the link. If anybody wants to come on, we only got a few minutes. You can say whatever you need to say, and you guys can go ahead and we'll close it up. I'm only gonna stay an hour, so I'm dropping the link. If anybody got something to say, you all are welcome to say it. But I just had to come on. I think that this right here, this is going to be my last season reviewing Love and Marriage in Huntsville because it's not worth it. I talked to my therapist about it. She even saw it. It's not worth it because this is a trauma bonding show. And the thing about it, it's no solution. It's no solution when it comes to this show right here, not at all. And anytime when you see something like this right here, it's very dark. It's very dark and it's very demonic, and I don't even think that it's going to be another season. Most likely. That's why they went ahead and skipped seven, season seven. I thought I was crazy, oh, did they air season seven? No, they didn't air season seven because season seven it means completion. They wanted to sit there and do a new beginning. So eight means a new beginning. So is they going to have a new beginning? But you're not going to have a new beginning long as you sit there and you got the common denominator in the mix of it, unless you go ahead and ice her out. That's the only way that I can think. That's the only way that I can think. But this right here, this is real talk, guys. So thank you guys, thank you for coming in. I see Tina Love is in the house. Absolutely great conversation. uh has to be said. Absolutely, somebody got to say it. Somebody got to draw the line and say enough is enough. Enough is enough. My girl, country girl, Queena, thank you very much. Nicole Gibbons says, thank God, Lady D, you are too involved spiritually to review the show. The show is toxic. I haven't watched since season 4. Absolutely. It's just so sad. And the thing about it is that most of the stuff, it is not on the show. It is on social media. And you cannot say, oh, it's Martell's fans, because Martell really don't have a lot of fans. Teaching them, like I said, you don't see they got a lot of fans, but these people is not coming on and setting up channels to talk about this. These people, most likely Tisha friends, they got businesses, doing their business. They ain't got time to hang around and set up channels and try to, go against other people. These people ain't got time for that. But these mellow mutts, they are setting up channels just to sit there and sabotage people, dox people, anybody that come against this woman. This is not what I call. This is not a fans. You guys are a cult. Only a cult would do that. And I don't understand how, nobody is dismantling this cult, because these are not fans. These people are a cult. Anytime when you stalking people and trying to mess up people businesses, and this is a cult, guys. This is a cult. Nicole says, Miss Sharon, the millimeters will scare everyone. If you said something wrong, say something wrong, they will show up to their house like they did Tisha. The Scots need security. Absolutely. You see how fast Melody went ahead and ran and got security? These people are very insane. This is a cult, guys, and I'm telling you, this is a very dangerous cult. The millimeters are a very dangerous cult, and they needs to be dismantled. And that's real talk. Nicole said, yes, ma'am. Miss Dark and Lovely. I can't wait to have grand. Okay, she's talking to Dark and Lovely. But they needs to be dismantled. K-Sen say time for the show to end. Absolutely. And if the show does not end, it's time for them to sit there and ice her out. But I couldn't even work with Carlos King, because I'm thinking that Carlos King, when he flew his little narrative down there to little old Huntsville, I'm thinking that, he was going down there to get the ensemble cast together, and they was going to talk about all the stuff that is going on behind the scene and on social media. I'm thinking that that's what they all was going to talk about, but I didn't think that Carlos King was going to go down there and make Melody's head bigger than what it's already is. I didn't think that he was going to do that. I didn't think that he was going to do something like that. And then the very first episode, he showed himself with him and Melody, with this tour the thing that he's doing. Carlos King, pick a hat. Do you want to be a cast, or you wants to sit there and you wants to run this show? What you want to do? You can't be the CEO and a cast, because you're going to be biased. Make it make sense, guys. I got 3 more minutes, and after that, I'm done. Ooh, I'm telling you no lie, guys. I had a terrible, terrible headache. But now, like I said, sometimes, you come out and you release it. I thank God for you people, you guys, good energy. We not here to sit there and tear it down. We're not here, to sit there and bully it. We here to sit there and come with a solution and call it out as it is. This right here, this is BS, guys. This is purely BS. Tina Love says, you touch on something important regarding sacrifice. Even the outfits, black and white duality. Absolutely. You know what black and white, all that is a part of Illuminati. But like I said, she think and she think that, okay, I wants to be, and this to me is allegedly this for entertainment purpose only, based off a reality show, okay? But you think that you can be a part of the Illuminati, you have to sacrifice something. So, I could sacrifice Martell. They don't want Martell. They want young blood. They want young blood. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. My girl Pepper is in house. She said, I do not watch the show. Melody acting is fake. Absolutely. So where else she's going to go? She done damaged everything. She overacts. When I watch it, I mean, I just get the jitters. It just makes me nervous. And we already know if she sing, it's going to be about Martell. Nobody don't want to hear that. Enough is enough. Sugar Brown says that Martell may need to have a medium when it's time to exchange the children, keep it cordial, and keep his mouth shut. Yep, go about his business. And they both need to depart the show. Absolutely. Because everything that he says, they're going to take it, they're going to twist it, and they're going to use it against him. So he need to just go ahead and take Marcel and Maurice advice. You don't need to come and talk to no bloggers. You don't need to sit there and say not one word. Do your business, get you a PR team, let them talk for you. And I promise you, them little demons going to go away, okay? So let me read some more comments, okay? People are Sharon Flowers says people are starting to support Martell because of the constant attack by Mel and some of her fan base. Absolutely. You got to be a very rotten person, an evil person, to sit there and see this stuff, see it play out on TV, and thinking that, I can still ride for one person. No, you can't do that. Because when you see this, you're going to see it from a non-biased perspective. If Martell wrong, Martell's wrong. Melody is keep sitting there beating his dead horse. Okay, Melody, you done beat him. You done beat him for almost 8 seasons. You done beat him. You done beat him. We sit there and we watch you. Now, come on, let up, let up. Even Jesus rests on the seventh day, or God rests on the seventh day. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go, guys. You keep beating his dead horse. What do you want from this man? What do you want? Miss Wu said, when you seek revenge, God steps out the way. Absolutely. You tire up God's hands. And I'm going to close it out with this. You tire up God's hands because God said, revenge is mine, says the Lord. Anytime when you are in front of the wheel and you driving, all you doing is tying up God's hands and you going to wreck. Ain't nothing good is going to come out of that. And that's real talk. And guys, sorry for not reading all your comments. I'm gonna read them tonight, but I had a freaking terrible headache. I mean, I really didn't want to come on, but now that I came on, like I said, I just let God be God. Long as I let God be God, you could never be wrong. But I just want to leave you with this, guys. I do not know these people from a can of paint. I only can call out as I see it. And all I can say is that we all is watching the same show. And just like when who that was, Moses, when the 12 spies went out to go and spy on the land, only two came back with a good report, and that was Joshua and Caleb. What you see, guys, you're going to be accountable for it, even if it's a reality show, because we are dealing with real people. We dealing with people that have put their lives on, but now we are so heavily invested in this where people are going to jail, people are getting lawsuits. When you watch this, make sure you give a good report because you're going to be accountable for it. And that's real talk. So thank you guys. My girl, Misbehaving. Make sure you go ahead and check out Misbehaving. Misbehaving is fun. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Dark and Lovely. Thank you, my girl, Country Girl Queen. Thank you for always holding the sister down. My girl, Starbucks Lover. Thank you all, Nicole. Thank you for bringing something precious like Misbehaving into my life. Thank you very, very much. So, guys, I'm going to rest because I had a long day today, a very, very long, long day. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you very, very much. So, you guys be blessed and you all enjoy the rest of your night.